From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between our visitors and the New England Patriots. Andres Borregalis ready to get us started. And we're off and running from Gillette. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on seconds.
Okay, ready.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
60 Bobcats, 60 Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos.
Tight end going in motion here. Takes the 2nd down snap. Escapes the pocket. That's completed right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Titans have a first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
See how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. He's got a man left. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Dude, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other. Give him a chance to make a play.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Ready.
You draw it up for him. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Panther 11.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
18 Cardinals.
Fourth down. They're going to throw for it. Got TK. Complete. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Titans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Titans take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Operating from the gun, here's May. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here goes that. Hey, what's up? Crazy, 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 crazy.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here.
Hey, what's up?
play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline that penalty. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Bronco leading. 60 Maverick. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center. He's got it inside the 25. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Come on, ready.
Here's a design run, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 79 Bronco.
This time he's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is going to fall incomplete. Well, he made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
3rd and long for him here. Catch made. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Titans take a 13-0 lead. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. Gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Fielded at the 7. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. The Titans are leading so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Patriots football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, what's that? Good foot, nasty.
Sticking with Henderson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, what's that?
May now from the gun. Will get it complete to Travion Henderson. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
No, what's that? Hey, what's that?
Henderson here from the gun. Will cobble together a yard there. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
What's that? Crazy. Hey, what's that?
From the gun, it's May. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Hey, what's that? Torpedo! Five. Crazy.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Caught near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, here goes tonight.
May. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal.
What's that? Hey, what's that?
Rivers can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal.
Crazy. Hey, five. Crazy.
May now. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Crazy. Hey, here goes tonight. Hey, what's up? Crazy.
May throwing for it. We will not escape the rush on 4th and goal. That's a sack. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Titans have a first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense is set. First and 10.
79, bro.
They're throwing it. Pressure comes, and there's no place to go. The Patriots got him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Defense's first sack of the game, kid. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, a really big loss.
So it'll be second and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. More from Gillette after this.
Okay, ready?
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21.
Let's go now. Shot 70, Timberwolf.
Throwing from the gun here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Shotgun now on third down. On the move, headed right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fields this clean at the 30. And big hit on the return to stop it cold.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for first and 10.
Here goes that. 5. Crazy, crazy.
Throwing is May. Cut for big yards on the right side. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line.
Crazy. 5. Crazy.
First down throw for May. Fits it through the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
5. Crazy. 5.
Working inside the red zone. And he's got it. It's in close. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots make it a one-score game before halftime. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Boy, Gallis tacks on the extra point. And the Patriots cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Patriots 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession kickoff is away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Trap 60. Let's go.
Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. From just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And that is a touchdown. The Titans will add to their lead at the end of the half. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he won't get to the 20. Out of bounds just before it around the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
That's crazy. Ready, what's up?
Back to throw it. This is a heater going deep. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Titans will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. It's close and no good. It connects with that left upright. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, what's up? Crazy.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That's completed right side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
48-yard line.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Ready, what's up?
To the air on first down. May trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 2nd down.
5.
gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now here goes that. Hey, 5. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Sanders. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. The tight end in motion now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
1st down, play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives them in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Working quickly here. They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. To throw here on 1st down. Has it down close. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the red zone on 1st. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stick.
And they take this in for the score. The Titans push their lead further to start the half. They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21.
Patriots 7.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10.
What's that? Hey, what's that? Crazy, 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 crazy. Hey, 5. Crazy, crazy.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. Where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's Robinson on the slant. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
At the 49-yard line.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Your son? Hey, what's that? Hey, five. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
May now from the gun. He's got it along the sideline. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Crazy, crazy. Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, five.
To the air yet again, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a New England first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Crazy. Five.
Again, it's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 9-yard loss. It's now second and 19 at the 39-yard line.
Crazy.
On the gun, it's May. Taking a chance to the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Now May on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. He cuts outside. He does it. Touchdown. The Titans stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans grow their lead yet again. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Sit up. Hey, what's that? Crazy. Crazy.
Made a throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You want throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Here's the backup. First throw. He beams one deep right side. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
79 Broncos. Let's go. 72. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Sticking to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
60 Eagles. Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
He's going to throw it again. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Bronco 80. 18 Rat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's on target to Williams. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing it again here. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
And he sails that one over the end zone. thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's second down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10.
Let's go. What is Pep 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
Still sticking with the passing game. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Titans are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Okay, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Come 19, 18. Let's go now.
They'll throw to start the drive. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Tag. 70 Lions. Go.
On first down, they'll run. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Go.
Back-to-back carries here. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Drive in dire straits. It's third and 9.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Here he goes, third and long. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
First and 10, looking to throw. Oh, his back's got it deep down the left sideline. Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Let's go.
Putting the tight end in motion.
70. Hawk 70.
They're going to pass it here. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Titans continue piling it on here in the fourth. That one right down the middle. And the Titans continue piling on to this lead. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. Go.
Shotgun now on third down. That is once again incomplete. Consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Taken in by Williams outright. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Tigers.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
19 light. Dragon 60.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Into a crowd. Intercepted. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
First and 10 from the 43. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Patriots are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
First and 10 from the 32.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Set. Cougar 19. Ready.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Brought in inside the 20. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
So the Patriots leaving the offense out there. Look at this. They want 2 more here.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
18 Cardinal.
Before that play clock expires, we're going to get a timeout here from Coach Mike Vrabel. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2.
60 Eagles. 60. Ready. 7 Pirates. Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete.
Patriots 16. To kick off for New England.
Now Borregales on to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Titans to the line now. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Chimere DK, the one he was looking for. And it sets up second down. Looking in the air here. Downfield to DK. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got one more snap coming up. Pass play on first and 10. Forced out to his right. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So it's a win on the road for the Titans.